Hello and welcome to Goff Legal. My name is Ali Goff. I am the owner and founder. We are doing estate planning, trust administrations, and if necessary, probates. I'm coming to you today because it is December. Can you believe it? Crazy. And that means it is time for an end of the year roundup. Time to look at your plan, look at your finances, look at all that sort of stuff, and go ahead and get a few things checked off your list. So today I'm going to go through some of the highlights, things to go over, and then you can do those. Most of this is free, by the way. Some of it's not, but most of it you can do without me. So first, look at your trust. Has it been more than 5 years? You probably need to come in and see your attorney or see our office and make sure it is still the best plan for you. All right, so I started with the most expensive thing, but that's fine because honestly, if it's been more than 5 years, you probably have a few changes that need to be made. Not everyone does, but that's a pretty good indicator of, hey, your plan's a little old. Second, at no cost to you, especially if you're a client of Goff Legal, go ahead and look at your schedule of assets and update it. If you're one of our clients, you have a fill-in-the-blank asset schedule, which means you've got some of your assets we put in there and blanks to add in new ones. So if you've acquired any new property, bank accounts, those sorts of things, please go to your schedule of assets, pull it out, and just handwrite an initial and date next to those assets, things that you have acquired. If you've sold anything, please cross them off so your trustee doesn't get confused. This is a perfect time because you're starting to think about taxes. What did I do this year? Pull up that asset schedule and update it. If you have a Schedule B for beneficiaries, make sure to update that as well. All right, do look at your trust, your power of attorney, and your healthcare at a minimum. I want you to look at three things: your agents, your distribution, and any changes. So first of all, your agents. Do you like them? Do you trust them? Do you still want them to be able to serve in that role? If the answer is yes, congratulations. Your documents are one step closer to still working for you. If the answer is no, please, please, please get those updated. That is incredibly important. Distribution. Does that reflect your current wishes? Do they still go to the places you want to go? Your favorite charity, your kids, your family, your friends? The answer is no because someone has passed away or you've grown distant from them or they're just not in your life anymore. Probably time to look at that and potentially make some changes. And then changes. Is anything not true when you sign your documents? Are you still married when you sign your documents? Did you get married and you weren't at the time? Do you have more children? Do you have any children? You didn't have them before. Those are really big life changes and really should be looked at with an attorney because those can cause some serious complications down the line if you don't have those updates and those documents current. Next, let's talk about taxes. No one likes them, that's fine. So one of the things you get to do is donate. You can donate up to $15,000 or gift $15,000 per person in 2021. That has no impact on your federal estate taxes. So you can gift $15,000. You don't have to tell the IRS about it. That's great. So if you haven't made a gift and you wanted to contribute to a friend or a family member, perfect. Go for it. Remember, 2021, you'll start over again next year. So if you're thinking about giving $30,000, you'd write 2 checks, one in December and one in January. Now, for nonprofits, obviously the limit, you can go far above $15,000. And I do encourage you to sit down with your CPA, your tax professional, before the end of the year to find out if you need to engage in any end of year charitable giving that might benefit you and, of course, the organization. I do want you to check on your beneficiaries of your deferred taxation plans. That is IRAs, 401ks, 403bs, 457s. Anything you haven't paid taxes on is a deferred taxation account. Make sure that you are talking with your advisor about your contribution limits. How much can you contribute to your 401k or your IRA? Should you be putting in more? Did you put in too much? Those are the sorts of things you want to try and get buttoned up before the end of the year. All right, beneficiary designations. I know I talk about this all the time, and it's really so important because this is where a lot of attorneys make their money. When you don't have your beneficiaries updated correctly or they're missing and it says the estate of Ali Goff, we've got a probate issue and the attorney's going to make a boatload of money trying to collect that account versus if you go and update your beneficiaries. If you work with my office, you have recommendations of who your beneficiaries are based on your specific plan. You've got to update those with the account owner. So if you have a Morgan Stanley account, you have to contact them. Your estate planning documents will not do that for you. You have to update the contract with that company. And that's usually, and I think it's all 1,000% free. It doesn't cost you anything to have your beneficiaries updated. So please, 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 please do that. My Christmas wish, that you fund your trust and update your beneficiaries. Okay, review any joint property, remove any deceased members. You really don't need deceased members on your bank accounts and your house. There's nothing wrong with keeping them there, but it's really just not necessary, and it's sometimes nice to go through a little bit of a cleanup process. If you, again, talked about if you got married, if you got divorced, if you had a kid, it is probably a time for an estate planning update. Now, if you didn't have an estate plan before, now it's time to get one. Congratulations, you're just in time. All right, digital assets. Let's make sure those are written down somewhere, or you have a password saver. Like, how many times have you gone to your computer and had to, like, refresh, lost password, go to password saver? Don't do that to your family members. Have a place where they can get your digital assets and access to your information if you want them to have it, and make sure it is written down somewhere that they can get it, because otherwise it is a big old pain. Since we're at it, let's go ahead and update our pet emergency contact information. Pretend you're going out of town. Write a list of how you care for your pets. If something happens to you in the hospital, your family members can find that and they can make sure that your pets are taken care of. I don't know if you guys remember this. Earlier in the year, my kid went to the ER and I had nothing. I couldn't even know his Kaiser number, and I spent like Googling and typing and talking on the phone, and it was a huge disaster. Don't be me. Please have a kid emergency contact list written down. Your kid's name, address, phone number, right? Their medical number, any allergies, those sorts of things. Get that written down, one piece of paper. Pretend you're going out of town and you're leaving your kids with the babysitter. Just type up a sheet of like how we wanting to make sure that the kids are cared for. Put that with the pets and kids. And then finally, if you have a business, raise your hand if you have a business. I do. I have two, actually. Make sure you start thinking about your annual minutes, because when your attorney says it's time to do your annual minutes, you might not remember everything that happened 6 months ago. So go back and start writing down anything that you have done out of the ordinary in your business. And if you don't have an attorney, write your own business minutes. And if you're going, I've never done that, then please contact a business attorney. I'm not one of them, but I can actually refer you to someone if you contact us at the office, info@Goff Legal. It's really important that you, if you want to maintain the integrity of your corporation and all the protections it provides, that you actually take care of it, like you take care of your estate plan or your body. My final tip, year end, please do take care of yourself. This has been a stressful year for many of us. We've got lots of kids, we've got parents, we've got just all sorts of unknowns. And it is really, really important that you don't forget about yourself in this process. So also write down there, meditate, take 5 minutes, go on a walk, take a nap, take a day off, lose my phone for a day. I literally don't care, but whatever it is, please make sure you do something for yourself. You will feel refreshed and reinvigorated and more likely to go through that laundry list of things I just went through. With that, we wish you happy holidays and we look forward to hearing from you. 916-625-6556 if you're in California. Info@Goff Legal. We're happy to help when you're ready. Have a nice time.